A bit more of a personal question. I think something that has always fascinated me about some interviews I've heard with you is the role that spirituality plays into your scientific work. I've heard you speak in interviews about how your work is driven by a, quote, forgotten interconnectedness amongst all things in the universe. How does your spirituality play into your work in science?
I will say that these things are inextricably linked and interwoven. They're one and the same. When I was in military school, it was a boarding school in Venezuela, and I went through some extremely traumatic events. And at the age of 16, I went through this experience in the military school where I was locked up for 3 months. They didn't let me go home. It was horrible. It was like from the moment I woke up, I was being hazed and doing all sorts of weird stuff. I'd go to class and there would be somebody waiting for me outside my classroom. As soon as I walked out, it would be more crawling through this, that, or the other, and all sorts of things. I lost the will to live. I didn't want to live anymore. And I think in that space where I hit rock bottom, something really fascinating and unexpected happened. I feel that in this void of nothingness, I experienced what would otherwise be called like an ocean of love and compassion. And I didn't expect that. And it felt like this underlying fabric to all of existence. That is kind of what I got in touch with or experienced in this void. And I came out of that experience feeling that I had two choices. One, I could either respond to my experiences with equal anger and all these other things, which I had a lot of reason to, or I could try to heal my traumas and make my traumas be of service to other people and try to come from a place of love and compassion. And so, yes, my belief and the evidence that I see around me is that all things are interconnected. And I very much embrace this kind of intergenerational contract of stewardship with the planet. I feel that we're here to be caretakers and stewards. And at the end of the day, nobody really owns anything. Time erases all things. Eventually, weather erases cars, houses, erosion claims properties. So I think ownership is really a societal illusion. And many indigenous people don't embrace that at all. They believe in stewardship. So absolutely, spirituality is the underlying fabric. I'm very ceremonious. I open up my days, some chants. I say some mantras. I light some incense. I try to approach life with the belief in the sacredness of all things. I try to basically approach things with a sense of sacredness. And I want to be an instrument of consciousness shift towards stewardship and interconnectedness and empathy.